Hey, what is up? Okay, so I don't know who's on here yet, but I'm just going to do my makeup and talk about some stuff. I already kind of put my concealer under my eyes, but I have to finish putting my foundation because I'm about to work on some videos. But while I decided to do this, I'm like, let me go live and talk about some stuff real quick because some people have been having me real messed up lately. Like, it's been several people who, like, I just don't know who they think they be talking to. And I was like, you know what? I'm just about to do my makeup and talk about it on this channel or whatever. Hey, y'all, good morning. Oh, I'm surprised there's so many of y'all. Hey, I'm surprised it's so many of y'all that are, well, on the East Coast, I guess. What time is it? 10:30 going on 11? It's 7:30 out here in Cali. So, good morning. I'm great. But I just wanted to talk about, you know, something or whatever. So, y'all know I cover stories, obviously, or whatever. And sometimes I enjoy, if people like have like tea on things that they want me to cover, because I like I'm one person, right? I do YouTube by myself. I edit everything, film everything, research everything by myself. So the times where, people like see stuff that I don't see or whatever, I appreciate that. Like, I appreciate it. Like, with the whole Brandon Weber thing, I don't live in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? And normally I would think to like go and look up their Facebook pages and I would go and, look up that. But when I had did his story, I didn't even think to try to look him up on Facebook and stuff like that. So I did the story, and when I did the story, somebody who was from Memphis was like, "Hey, you need to look at this live video. You need to look at this information. This is what I know about Brandon Weber, so you could do, an update, blah 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 blah." And I don't mind that. Like, if I miss something, if y'all want to point me towards something, I appreciate that because it helps me, be, more precise or more in depth on the story or whatever. Like, I appreciate that a lot. However, there have been some people who feel entitled, more accurate. There you go, Shakir. That's the word. That's what I'm trying to, I like to be as accurate as possible. Thank you, Shakir, for helping me out. So, I appreciate that. But lately, there has been far too many people coming at me sideways about stories, and it's really getting on my nerves. I'll tell you guys about, like, I'll give you guys one example, right? Of one where the girl, she just really had me all the way messed up. And I'm just like, homie, hold up. Like, who are you talking to? So the Malaysia Booker story, right? There was so many different things happening with that Malaysia Booker story. Like I said in my video, if y'all seen the Malaysia Booker story, one of her friends had contacted me right away, right? One of her friends had contacted me right away, like when the first viral incident happened. And, I didn't cover the story right away. Just because somebody sends me something doesn't mean that, I have enough for myself to do a video. And at the time when the video first went viral, when her friend first reached out to me, she told me that like somebody was flagging the videos like for people who posted. So I don't want to put a strike on my channel, so I didn't post it. And at that time, it wasn't enough information to cover it without the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, that video had went viral, but it wasn't like enough to, explain for the people who hadn't seen it. Because sometimes a video will go viral and there will be a amount of people who see it, but then there's still a lot of people who don't see it. So if I talk about it and then people don't know what I'm talking about, it kind of makes a useless video and it's kind of hard to explain. So with him flagging the video, I didn't post it because that goes against me. So anyway, so when Malaysia had passed away, her friend had reached out to me again and was like, She passed away, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, oh, wow, this is deep. Like, okay, this is something that I need to cover. I need to talk about this on my channel, whatever. And I had arranged to do a phone conversation with her friend. Like, I'm literally setting up a phone conversation with her friend so that, she could talk to me about what happened, right? And so her friend was at the hospital with her daughter or something. And so I couldn't do the phone interview right away. I had to wait because I'm like, what I'm saying? I'm on other people's time. There are other things that, like, if I have other elements in the video, it's not just me. I have to, wait to put the story out with the right information and talking to the right people. I kid you not. I literally had just scheduled a time to talk to Malaysia's friend, right? I click out of that message. My very next message was from some random chick or whatever who wrote me. And then she was like, shame on you for not covering Malaysia's Booker's story. I can't believe that you're not covering this, blase, blase, blase. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, first of all, you don't even like, like, you can't come at me sideways for something. Like, number one, I've already set up to talk with her friend. You know what I'm saying? And number two, like, you don't know what I'm working on behind the scenes just because it's not immediately posted on the gram. You know what I'm saying? Or not the gram, on YouTube. Like, there are several things that we work on, more than just one thing. So it's like all kind of stories that we're working on. Just because you think that I should make it a priority don't mean that, I'm saying, I'm not covering it. Like, it's gonna get covered when I feel like it. And then there are even stories that I don't feel like covering. I don't feel like I need to cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a story that a lot of YouTubers already did, y'all already got the information, so I don't need to cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tristan Thompson dating Tyga's baby. Wait, how did it go? Okay, Tristan Thompson baby mama was once married to Tyga. Like, that was a story. I didn't even cover the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, every story does not get covered. It just is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So, people like have been coming at me real crazy or whatever. And it's just really like, I don't know, like, if people, like, when they see YouTubers, they get like a sense of like entitlement or whatever, or they just feel like, I'm just a report. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I have a life. I have a daughter. I'm a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do other stuff other than YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, people have just been feeling like this. I don't know if it's an entitlement or feeling like, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. And it's just really getting on my nerves. Like, this morning, I wake up and I'm looking at my phone and I get a DM about Tory Lanez and his whole, colorism situation. I planned on talking about this story anyways or whatever, right? I just talk about stuff on my time, but there was a young lady who sent me in messages, and then she was like, hey, and she came at me respectful, and she was like, hey, I seen this, I captured all the screenshots. I hope that you talk about this on your platform. Like, he needs to stop, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I appreciate it because all the screenshots that she that she had, I hadn't even like got all the screenshots yet because, what I'm saying, like, I hadn't, like, I was doing other stuff yesterday, so it wasn't like the priority. So I appreciated that, right? And I'm like, because that's something that I'm going to talk about anyways. And if you guys can help me with supporting docs, I appreciate it. So then I click out of that. And then there's this other chick in my DMs talking hella shit, coming at me sideways, talking about, what is she saying? Because I ended up blocking her ass or whatever. She sent me, it was, I think it was an article. I didn't even click on the article, but she sent me something about Nicki Minaj working with this one woman that is her writer. And so she was like, she gonna say something like, oh, so are you gonna talk about this because they say that you on Nicki Minaj payroll? Like, are you gonna talk about her having a writer or whatever? But the way that she wrote it, it was like, bitch, wait, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, first of all, I'm not on nobody's payroll. I talk about what I want to talk about when I talk about it, when I want to talk about it. And come to find out, like, you know, she was one of Cardi B's stands because all of her arguments were, well, when you talk about Cardi B, X, Y, and Z, and this and that, like, if I'm talking about Cardi B, I'm talking about Cardi B. Just, and then that's another thing, like, people think, like, oh, if she talks about Cardi B, oh, then she must be a barb. No, bitch. If you look at my videos, I talk about Nicki Minaj in the videos that I've covered Nicki. I've talked about Nicki the same way. But the thing is, people they won't do the research. You know what I'm saying? They don't do the research. They just be up in arms just to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, she did a video about Cardi B, so ooh, no, bitch. How about I actually feel like Cardi B be on some bullshit? How about Cardi B actually do stuff that I feel like is bullshit? It has nothing to do with me being a Nicki Minaj barb or anything like that, because I'm far from a barb. I've done videos where I talked about you know, Nicki Minaj, and I've talked about Safari, and I feel like, you know, even though like people will say like, oh, well, Safari said that he never wrote for Nicki. I don't believe that. I believe that he actually wrote for Nicki. And that ain't no diss to her. I just feel like he wrote for her and they made good music. And I think that when you know he was saying that he didn't write for her, it was a time when he was like trying to get money or trying to get paid for the roles that he had in her video. And I think that that was like a clause that they had, like, okay, well, if you retract this, then you'll get payment for this. That's what I think, and that's what I believe. I believe that he really did write for her, but I think that you said she proved he didn't. Well, I believe he did. That's just me. That's my belief. But because I'm not making a million videos about it, people automatically assume that or they feel entitled, like, oh, well, you need to be covering this. What you guys say? You probably will get a buyer quick. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I know I'm ready to move to. Oh, y'all having a side conversation. Y'all talking about something totally different in the chat. Anyways, but yeah, so there has, like, people will feel entitled for you to cover certain stuff. And it's like, I don't have to prove that, you know what I'm saying, just to for your comfort. Like, if you do the research, it's there. Like, you know, oh, Danny Lee TV said, oh my God, you're right on the money with this. People put you in beef that you know nothing about, and you are simply just giving your opinion and great content for viewers. Exactly. Right. Like, but you know, but it's just not, it's not Cardi B. It's just people in general. Like, people, like somebody behind said Bardi Gang is just delusional, and I'm replying to both of y'all. It's not just Cardi B, and I'm replying to Danny Lee TV with, like, yeah, you know, people, but it's like people will put you in drama, but also there's this sense of entitlement also. You know what I'm saying? It's like, she was like, well, it's just that, you know, like everything she said was like a Cardi, like, you know, it was like a Cardi B something. And she was like, it's just that, like, when you cover Cardi B, blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, if you want a certain narrative put out about Cardi B, make you a Cardi B fan page and put out the videos or put out the message that you want to be put out. Because I'm not about to put out a message that I don't believe or I don't stand by. I believe that there are some songs that Cardi B make that I like. I like Bodak Yellow. You know what I'm saying? I like that song. I liked her song with Bruno Mars. What's the Please Me, Baby Turner? I like that song. People felt like, you know, they were not genuine with the song, or they felt like, you know, there was a lot of people who did not like the song. I even posted on my community tab because I liked the video, you know, as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I want to give somebody props, I will. But if I feel like a person is on bullshit, I'm gonna call them out on their bullshit if I feel like it's bullshit. And I'm not going to make videos just because a person feels like, oh, you know, oh, I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm making videos to what I feel like I want to make videos about, how I feel about a situation, not how y'all think I should feel, or how y'all think I should make videos, or how y'all think I should do, you know, certain things. And a lot of the stuff that people be wanting videos on, sometimes, you know, it's video worthy, but a lot of times it don't even be stuff that I care to even spend my energy or waste my energy on. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody who's like a long time subscriber of mine, and I, you know, he write me all the time or whatever, but he was like, oh, I see people posting about Cuba Gooding Jr., like, you know, make a video about Cuba Gooding Jr. and that whole situation. To me, I don't care about that situation. I know that it's all cap. Like, the girl, I don't know. I feel like the girl was full of it, and that was just that. But, you know, some things, like, I don't care to make a video about. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, and people, some people respect it, but some people just feel entitled. What are y'all talking about in the chat? I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. I don't know what's going on in the chat. But Lachey said, it's your channel. You can do and say what you want on here. Right. And this is my secondary channel. This ain't even my main channel, but exactly. I just don't like the entitlement. That's all. That's my only rant. Like, if people want to request stuff, or, you know, or maybe you feel like I missed it, or maybe you feel like, you know, like, hey, you know, are you wondering if I'm going to talk about it? I don't mind that. But to come at me sideways and be like, you know, you need to talk about this, or shame on you for not talking about this, or, oh, you must be on somebody's payroll, like, miss me. Okay, because the only person payroll I'm on is my own through YouTube, and that's it. And that's all. And if I said it, that's what the fuck I mean. And it's not because somebody's paying me to feel that way. Just like ain't nobody paying me to feel the way I feel about some of the things in the whole R. Kelly situation. Nobody's paying me for my views. Those are my actual views. And I think that people are not used to people having their own individual mind. So they think that if your mind isn't the same as the herd, then it must be bought, like, or something. That, you know, it got to be something like that, because literally, like, bro, like, I think what I think, and I think it because it came from here, because that's what I believe, like, period. Miss Pizarro says, I love you because you keep it real. Thank you. I love the content you upload. It's not the same as everyone else. Thank you. Black Eye says some of those fans are psychopaths. Yeah, like, the girl kept on, like, literally, like, I'm telling you, that was like a Cardi B fan. But Cardi B fans, they always be like DMing me talking shit. Like, there was this one lady one time, I did a Cardi B video, and I did a Cardi B video, or no. I had said that I was going to do the video about Cardi B calling out Black blogs and how white blogs were no different. And I had announced it on my community tab. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna post about, you know, Cardi B, we ain't the only ones that are drama, blah, blah, blah. So I had posted that, right, on my community tab. And then I didn't end up doing a video on it or whatever, because I ended up getting sidetracked. And then the James Charles and the Tati Westbrook fiasco had happened. And I was like, I came back on my community tab, and I was like, you know, this is like the perfect example. I'm gonna do a video, blah, 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 blah. And I updated y'all again, because I'm like, you know what, let me just do the video, because I was planning on doing the video anyways. So when I posted the second time and I was saying that I was gonna do the video, which I ended up doing, and I posted on my channel. Before I posted the video, some chick gonna write me, another Cardi B fan, some chick gonna write me talking about, oh, when you talk about Cardi B, I could tell that you hate your skin tone and you're jealous of her because she's light skinned, and the only reason you talking about her is because you have self-hate within yourself. I can like, bitch, no, I'm talking about her because she be on some bullshit. And that's what I'm talking about. Her it has nothing to do with me not loving myself, okay, at all, period. And no shade to Cardi B, but like a lot of y'all, and my next video that I'm working on, like I said, is the Tory Lanez video about the colorism or whatever. A lot of y'all be bigging up people who are not even cute to me. Like y'all be thinking just because a person is light skinned that makes them, you know, bomb.com or something. It's like, I don't even think that Cardi B is attractive at all. Like, you know, so it's like people be like, oh, you're just jealous because she looks X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, now, if it was Lauren London and, you know, if it was Lauren London and I'm sitting here capping because Lauren London is beautiful as hell to me. I think that Lauren London is very pretty, you know, and so if I was on here like, oh no, Lauren London is ugly or something like that, then it'd be like, okay, you probably being a hater. You know what I'm saying? But people are entitled to their opinion as well. Like not everybody thinks that Lauren London is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But if it was somebody like Lauren London, then I would think like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like y'all be bigging up people that ain't even, to me, ain't even all that y'all think other people, just because we're dark skinned, we hating on them. And that's just that. But I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Like I said, I don't mind people inquiring about stories if I'm gonna cover a story. I don't mind that at all. Like if y'all want to know if I'm gonna cover a story or if you have receipts to go along with the story, great. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be helping me out. You know what I'm saying? I love it. But to feel entitled or feel like, you know, you can bully a person to cover something or bully a person to think like you or bully like that shit ain't gonna fly. I'm still going to make the videos. I'm still gonna report the same way. You know what I'm saying? People be coming at me sideways about my R. Kelly coverage. I'm still going to cover it in the same way. And actually, it's only going to incline me to piss you off even more. You know, I'm that type. Like, I'm that type of petty. Like, if you think that you're bullying me, I will, like, I don't even, like, I will troll your ass back and really piss you off. You get what I'm saying? I'm that type of petty. Like, you come at me with that bullshit, I will make more videos that you're mad about and troll you back. I'm that type. So, you know, that's all I gotta say about that. Like all the that's all I gotta say about that. There are lots of beautiful dark-skinned people. There's lots of beautiful people of all colors, but the only thing is people will big up basic people just for their skin tone and they don't even, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot. Someone keeps asking about your background curtains. Oh, I didn't see it. Somebody said, this is from, this is me on here. And then I have another picture up here. That's me as well. This is my daughter. This is my shower curtain. And then right here it says, relax and renew, look in the mirror. That's your biggest competition. I made this myself. Shakir said, trying to extort a topic out of you. Right. I made this myself on Shutterfly for those of you who are asking. Big Delowski says, where have you been? I've been covering video and I'm rocking back and forth. Y'all hear noise? That's my toilet. Each time I rock back and forth, they make a noise. But I've been doing videos. I just haven't been as fast with getting content out as I would like to, just because like my setup is not how I want it to be. Like I keep trying to like make different changes that I haven't totally made. Like I started to change my room and build like, you know, like I was going to like have my room be like this new set or whatever. And it ended up turning out to be totally different. So now I'm constantly tweaking stuff and changing stuff around. So I'm not as prompt as I would like to be with the videos. Everyone who helped with my question. Oh yeah, this was Shutterfly. Shutterfly.com. What else did I miss? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like if y'all see that I missed something, definitely you said don't hate on us yellow folk. I'm not hating on y'all at all. Like, and that's another thing too. Like people think like I'm gonna address that in my video. Because you know, Tory Lanez, I'm about to do a whole video about it. Tory Lanez has this video where he is swapping out, or where they tried to swap out a dark skin model for a light skin model in Tory Lanez cut, and you know, had this whole big old speech on colorism that was fake and false. And you had a lot of light skinned people like, oh, you know, well, what about us? What about us? Everything ain't about you in that moment. A lot of the people who were speaking out, just like you, Daryl, it's not a hate on you to talk about, you know, a certain issue or thing that happens. A lot of people think that people automatically are disrespecting light skin. If I say a lot of people who get bigged up be basic, that's not a diss to light skinned people. That's just from people overpraising people just for their skin tone. That's not dissing you. That's calling out a fact within colorism. And from people calling out those facts, there were a lot of light skinned people. Well, what about us? What about us? It's not about you because you're always represented all the time. And that's kind of the same with the All Lives Matter versus Black Lives Matter. Well, all lives matter. Well, yes, all lives matter, but it's Black lives who get targeted. The same way with colorism. Yes, you know, are we inclusive with light skin, or are light skin people beautiful? Yes, you're overly hyped, overly represented. There's not a lot of Black representation. So when people talk about colorism, that's a situation that isn't directed to you. Yes, you're included, just like all lives matter, but it's like Black lives are targeted. Just like, yes, light skin is cool and nothing wrong with a person being light skinned, but somebody calling out a problem, which is colorism, is not a diss to light skin. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. But I'm going to talk about that in my video that I'm about to make, because I kept seeing that as well. And I'm just like, tomato, like, that don't, that like, I don't know. Yeah, Latoya said, no one seems to realize that when you big up something, that's not a diss towards anyone else. Right. I don't know. It's not, but people feel that way. They feel that way, and it's like, that's not true, you know? But I'm gonna go into all of that on you said award-winning petty. Right. right. Shakira says, right, everyone has their own preference. Nothing wrong with that. Right. I don't have a problem with people having a preference, which is fine. Everyone does have a preference. But you can't, you can't say, what about me, when somebody calls out colorism, an issue that is a problem in the Black community, and feel like it's a diss towards light skin. That's not a diss. That's just factual. And if nobody calls it out, it will continue to happen. You feel me? I still haven't seen When They See Us. I need to. You said it makes sense, but some people do take digs at light-skinned people when the colorism topic comes up. I mean, if you're light-skinned, you probably take it a fact as a dig. I don't know. I'm not light-skinned, so I don't know how a light-skinned person would take facts. But I do see how, people try to make stuff be about them. I don't know. I don't know. I know people keep saying that it's good, but I just know that it's long. And I was supposed to do a sit down and talk about it, but it got away from me. My daughter, she graduated kindergarten. It just was a lot that I'm behind on certain stuff, and it's just like I didn't get a chance to sit and watch it. But I am gonna watch it. Support Dante. Who's Dante? Right. Shakir says, yeah, like just because a person is pro-Black doesn't mean that they hate whites. Exactly. Why do you spend so much time on makeup? You already perfection. I don't feel like I just spent a lot of time. Most of the time I wasn't even doing my makeup that I've been talking to you guys. But I thank you. Okay, thank you. I thank you. I got my what are these? Belvita. My little they call these breakfast biscuits, but they taste like graham crackers. Like good graham crackers. And they're good. But I'm gonna work on video. Thank y'all for tuning in this early. They're good, Jonte. They're bomb. I'm about to do my eyeliner, and then I'm about to work on some videos. Talk about the Tory Lanez thing. I'm gonna do videos on a couple other things. Yesterday, I did a Father's Day video, and I ended up falling asleep when I was editing it and didn't post it. So I'll probably post that today. I worked on it yesterday. And yeah, I'll have some stuff out. You said I'm too old to have hurt feelings. What are you talking about, Daryl? Nobody said you had hurt feelings. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be real when I talk about certain stuff. I got to be real. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm about to work on some videos on my other channel. And thank y'all for the support. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the support. And even when I be talking shit, thank you.